Hello, sunshines. Welcome to Bunnyfish Crafts. I'm your host, Heather, known as Bunnyfish on all of the internet places. And today is a very exciting episode, vlog. Because today, as you are seeing this, or I guess as this is released, you see it when you see it, right? But as this is released, it is time for the Summer Yarny YouTube Hop 2025. This is a fun challenge hosted by Kim, the Crafty Nomad. It's been going on for a few years now, and I am so excited. Anybody can join. If you have a channel, feel free to jump in and make a video about, if you want to join right now, post it for a summer make, or it happens every season. So join for the autumn one. It happens on the solstices and equinoxes. So it's just really, really fun. The only thing is that you can't talk about your project on your regular videos. Like, you can tease the project. You can be like, I'm using this yarn for a special project. But like, it's a big reveal day is the idea. Anyway, today as I'm recording, it is not summer. It's not close to summer. It's a dreary day. Let's get this off the top. I love cloudy, dreary days. I think they're so beautiful. Yesterday was 80 degrees and I was like, this is disgusting. And today it's like 50 degrees. I'm loving it. But I'm feeling that it is time to cast on my summer project. Cast on because I'm gonna knit it. It's gonna be at least 2 pairs of socks, but maybe 3, maybe 4, because to me, what could be more summer than shorty socks? So I'm pretty excited about it, and I have my first 2 pairs already figured out. So my first 2 pairs are going to be coordinating socks. I'm going to make a pair of socks of this Franken socks kit called In the Name of the Moon. I don't know that this is based off of Sailor Moon, but in my head it is. And so my sister and I need matching Sailor Moon socks, not matching, coordinating. So it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 20 50-gram minis. You can definitely get 2 pairs of shorty socks out of this. My sister wears slightly smaller socks than I do, so they're going to be coordinating but not match. In order to make sure that I have enough colors, sorry, my nails are atrocious. I can't bring myself to paint them right now. I'm going to use this cattails yarn in the colorway Blue Aja, which might be my favorite colorway of cats. It might be. And it's Russian Blue, which is 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% silver stellina. This is night sky to me. And it could be like literally all of the enemies, like all of the, not enemies, but like the bosses of the first several seasons of Sailor Moon. I know it's a Wheel of Time colorway, but I just think it's perfect. And I think it'll go really fun with these colors. So my plan for my sister's socks, which I'm going to do first, is I'm going to knit the cuff, a very short leg, heel flap, and heel turn in Black Aja. And then I am going to do, at random, 3 rounds of each of these colors down the foot. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to reach into this bag and then work that yarn for 3 rounds and then drop that yarn into some other container and pull another yarn out of the bag. I don't know I haven't figured out what project bag I'm going to use yet, but that's how it's going to work. So I'm not going to be able to see the yarn. And then when I do the second sock, it's going to be the same thing. So I'm going to be randomly pulling out the yarn from the bag. So they are going to be coordinating, but not matching. And then when I make my socks, it's going to be black Aja for the cuff, but then 2 colors for the leg. I'm going to do 4 rounds of 2 colors on the leg for me, and then the heel in black Aja, and then 4 rounds of colors down my foot. And that will get us both to the lengths that we wear. Okay, so here's the first sock. This one's for my sister, and it basically knit itself. I worked on it, here and there over the past 24 hours, and that's kind of the lovely thing about shorty socks and socks in general for a summer project, because they're tiny and they go quick, and you don't have to have a lot of fabric on your lap. But somehow I had 21 minis in my in the bag, which just means for those of you who are new here, maybe just watching for the hop, my friend sent me the most amazing present right around winter holidays, including something like 6 or 7 of the Frankensock kits. And so one of these colors must have come from a different Frankensock kit from Haverland Minis. But here's the first sock. I will be honest, I did do the eeniest bit of color management, I guess, right here. So there are 2 stripes right next to each other that are really, really close. And then it was going to be this purplish color, which I don't know if you can tell with them being separated, but if they were right next together, it would have looked like the same stripe again. So I did separate there, but otherwise I just worked them as they came out of the bag, pulling at random. I am excited to see what the second one's going to look like. And then my 2 are going to look similar, but very different. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait to show you. So I have the scrappy socks for me and my sister complete. I think they're so pretty. Oh my gosh, that color ended up in almost the same spot on both of my socks. That's amusing. Oh, and this one is pretty similar too. Anyway, these 3 have been blocked and this one hasn't. This pair is for me and this pair is for my sister. And I just think it turned out so fun because the stripe placement was random. I think on 1 or 2 socks, I may have pulled out a yarn and been like, oh no, that's a little too close, and put it back. But for the most part, it was random, and I just think they turned out so cool. I love this. Definitely more scrappy socks coming up this summer, but right now I'm turning away from scrappy socks and making some non-scrappy socks for some people with some big old feet. Hello, sunshines. Happy Thursday. It's the 19th of June here, so very exciting. I need to get this video edited. So I did finish those shorty socks for my boyfriend yesterday. Did I record about them before I got excited and gave them to him? Of course not. That would be too much right. I did take a photo of them. I mostly knit the second sock a couple days ago. My kids and I had a double feature movie date together, and the socks were, I had tried really hard the night before to get the socks to through the gusset, and was not successful before we left to go to the movies, but we got breakfast first, and I did get them through the gusset, or like maybe one round left of the gusset right before we went into the movies. And so I got to the toe of the sock during the movie, and honestly, going to the movies during summer is one of my favorite things. We live in Michigan. It gets hot here. Next week it's supposed to be 90s all week. Disgusting. We don't have air conditioning. I have a couple of air conditioner units that I try really hard not to put in, although I think I'm going to have to put in at least one. I think I'm going to put it in this window right here in my bedroom, and me and my kids are going to sleep in here. Like, it's going to be sleepovers every night because it's going to be so hot next week. The shorties were actually a very perfect project because shorty socks in the summer, like if you're going to wear socks in the summer, they're probably going to be shorties. They were a really great knit for at the movie theaters because it was vanilla and just perfect movie knitting. Really great summer project because it's very portable. I took the shorty socks on walks with me because it's just, you know, round and round and round, stockinette. So that was great. Excuse me. Yeah. I highly recommend, if you are able to knit, shorty socks as a great summer project. I'm actually just about to cast on two new shorty socks, the first of 2 pairs of shorty socks. So that, I think that's what I'm going to put as my closing photo, is going to be those 2 socks cast on and probably just a couple rounds of each because it's summertime and it's time for shorties. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to throw a little yarn ball in the comment section so I know you made it this far, in the comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm sorry, full disclosure, I'm very all over the place today. So yeah, it's if you want to know why, go ahead and go watch my regular weekly vlog. So I'm a little scattered today. Anyway, if you haven't watched the rest of the Yarny YouTube hop, please go do so. It's so fun to see what everybody's working on. It's so inspiring. It's so interesting. There's usually a lot of crochet, sometimes a little bit of knitting, and then other just cool yarn type crafts that go along with it. So I hope you go watch some people. I'm excited. I'm so excited for it to be when this video is posted, because when this video is posted, I will be watching other people's vlogs. I'm so excited. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.